In 2003, a man who had built his life from scratch, his business, his family, his future, was shot in the back of the head in a quiet parking lot in Indiana. No suspects, no witnesses. Only his wife nearby dialing 911. The case went cold until 4 years later when police uncovered a chilling secret. The killer wasn't a stranger, it was family. And this murder wasn't spontaneous, it was carefully planned by a woman who wore pearls in public and poison behind closed doors. This is the horrifying story of John Parker Jr. and how love, money, and manipulation turned a family into a conspiracy of murder. Before he was a headline, John Parker Jr. was just a hustler with a vacuum cleaner and a dream. John Marlon Parker Jr. was born in Indiana. From the start, he was one of those people who worked harder than everyone else. Not smarter, not luckier, just harder. He got his break with Kirby, selling vacuum cleaners door to door. Most people don't last a month in that line of work. It's grueling, humiliating, and unpredictable. But John, he thrived. He had a gift for reading people, building rapport, and closing. In just a few years, he opened his own dealership, J&J Industries, named after himself and, eventually, his wife. By the early 2000s, he was a millionaire. His employees respected him. He trained dozens of young men and women in sales, pushing them to succeed like he had. He drove nice cars, bought his dream home, and wore a $20,000 Rolex that said, "I made it." But John's real pride wasn't money. It was family. He met Judy Denise Hicks in the early 1990s. She was a single mom with 2 kids, Christina and Daniel, working part-time and struggling. John offered her a job, and within months he was offering her more: a marriage, a home, a father figure for her kids. They got married in 1993, and John raised Christina and Daniel as his own. The couple would later have 2 daughters together, completing their blended family. From the outside, they looked like a Hallmark family. But from the inside, the picture wasn't as pretty. John was a strict stepfather. He ran his house the way he ran his business: discipline, rules, structure. Christina and Daniel, who were entering their teens, didn't respond well. Arguments became regular. Judy often sided with her kids, which only deepened the rift. John's friends later said he vented about the chaos at home, but didn't want to leave. Divorce was messy, complicated, and, as he reportedly told a friend, "It's cheaper to keep her." He didn't know it yet, but that line would haunt him forever. Because Judy wasn't just unhappy, she was planning something. On the surface, it was a normal Thursday night. Underneath, it was a trap. April 17th, 2003, John and Judy were celebrating their 10th wedding anniversary. They had dinner, laughed, toasted to their life together. Then, just before 10 p.m., they stopped by their business, J&J Industries. Judy told police she needed to pick up some papers. John pulled into the lot and parked. He stepped out to unlock the office. Judy stayed in the car. And as he walked across the dark, empty parking lot, 2 shots rang out. Both bullets entered the back of his head, execution style. Instant death. Judy called 911. Her voice was panicked, rushed. She said she saw a man, unknown, wearing black, run away after shooting her husband. She claimed it was a random robbery. When police arrived, they found John lying near his car. No signs of struggle. 2 shell casings, his wallet was gone. It looked at first like a clean mugging, but detectives noticed one detail that changed everything. John's Rolex watch, his prized possession, was still on his wrist. A robber who shoots someone point blank wouldn't leave behind a $20,000 watch. It didn't make sense. Police gently questioned Judy. She cried. She was cooperative. There wasn't enough to arrest anyone. No weapon, no witnesses, no camera footage. So the case went cold. For 4 years. The truth didn't come from a detective. It came from a teenager whispering in a school hallway. In 2007, a school resource officer contacted police. He said that back in 2002, a teenager at Crown Point High School had tried to hire classmates to kill his stepfather. That teenager? Daniel Hicks, John's 15-year-old stepson. According to the tip, Daniel had paid 2 kids over $1,000 in cash to beat or possibly kill John. When questioned, the teens admitted they took the money but never followed through. Police brought Daniel and his sister Christina back in for questioning. This time, they were older, and they broke. Christina confessed that months before the murder, she and Daniel had spoken with multiple people about killing John. She admitted she had bought the murder weapon, a .25 caliber pistol, with money from Judy. She even admitted that on the night of the murder, she called John to lure him to the office. Daniel admitted he was the shooter. He said his mother had told him John was abusive and that killing him would protect the family. But police found no evidence of abuse, no hospital records, no police reports, nothing. Judy had orchestrated everything. She gave Daniel black clothes, gloves, and instructions to burn everything after. She told him to take the wallet so it would look like a robbery, but didn't think to mention the Rolex. And the motive? That $1 million life insurance policy. Judy was the sole beneficiary. If John died, she inherited everything. They traced the gun, matched shell casings, cross-checked witness statements. It all pointed to a chilling truth. A mother had convinced her own children to kill the man who raised them. If you've made it this far into the story, thank you. These cases are heavy, but they matter. If you're into deep dives like this, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. It really helps the channel and helps me bring you more stories like this one. Now, let's talk about the final verdict. In the courtroom, there were no denials, only deals. To avoid a long trial, the Hicks children took plea deals. Daniel Hicks pled guilty to murder and got 23 years. Christina pled no contest to conspiracy and received 5 years. In 2008, police tracked Judy down in Michigan, where she was living with her new boyfriend. She was arrested and extradited back to Indiana. Rather than face trial, Judy pled guilty to conspiracy to commit murder in 2009 and received a 33-year prison sentence. During sentencing, prosecutors revealed chilling evidence. Judy had spoken to multiple people over the years about wanting John dead. This wasn't a snap decision. It was a long, cold plan. John's brother fought in court to block Judy from receiving life insurance payouts. He won. The Parker estate didn't go to the woman who planned the murder. But there was one final tragedy. In 2013, just months after being released from prison, Christina Hicks-Grabsky died from a drug overdose at age 27. Some said she never recovered from the guilt. Judy remains in prison. Daniel is still serving time. And John Parker Jr., a man who tried to hold his family together, was betrayed by the very people he trusted most. John Parker Jr. believed in second chances. He believed in love, and he believed that by marrying Judy, he was saving a broken family. Instead, he walked into a trap designed by his wife, planned by his stepdaughter, pulled off by his stepson, and disguised as an act of random violence. But it wasn't random. It was calculated, it was cold, and it was one of the most chilling betrayals in modern true crime history.